Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another End of the Day story. Today we'll be reading chapter 15 of Charlotte's Web. And I'm sorry to say that it's quite a short chapter today, and there are no interesting pictures. So I'll only be showing the front cover for this one. Rest assured, tomorrow there's a much longer chapter with lots of pictures in it, so we can look forward to that. Chapter 15 is called The Crickets. The crickets sang in the grasses. They sang the song of summer's ending. A sad, monotonous song. Summer is over and gone, they sang. Over and gone, over and gone. Summer is dying, dying. The crickets felt it was their duty to warn everybody that summertime cannot last forever. Even on the most beautiful days in the whole year, the days when summer is changing into autumn, the crickets spread the rumours of sadness and change. Everybody heard the song of the crickets. Avery and Fern Arable heard the song as they walked the dusty road. They knew the school would soon begin again. The young geese heard it and knew that they would never be little goslings again. Charlotte heard it, and she knew that she hadn't much time left. Mrs. Zuckerman, at work in the kitchen, heard the crickets, and the sadness came over her too. "Ah, another summer gone," she sighed. Lurvy, at work building a crate for Wilbur, heard the song and knew it would soon be time to dig the potatoes. "Summer is over and gone," repeated the crickets. "How many nights till the frost?" they said. "Goodbye, summer, goodbye, goodbye." The sheep heard the crickets, and they felt uneasy. So uneasy, in fact, that they broke a hole in the pasture fence and wandered up into the field across the road. The gander discovered the hole and led his family through, and they walked together to the orchard and ate the apples that were lying on the ground. A little maple tree in the swamp heard the cricket's song and turned bright red with anxiety. Wilbur was now the centre of attraction on the farm. Good food and regular hours of sleep were showing results. Wilbur was a pig any man would be proud of. One day, more than 100 people came to stand in his yard and admire him. Charlotte had written the word radiant, and Wilbur really did look radiant as he stood in the golden autumn sunlight. Ever since the spider had befriended him, he had done his best to live up to his reputation. When Charlotte's Web had said "some pig," Wilbur had tried hard to look like some pig. When Charlotte's Web had said terrific, Wilbur had tried his best to look terrific. And now that the web said radiant, he did everything possible to make himself glow. It's not easy to look radiant, but Wilbur threw himself into it with a will. He would turn his head slightly and blink his eyes slowly. Then he would breathe deeply. And when his audience appeared to be growing bored, he would spring into the air and do a backflip with a half twist. At this, the crowd would yell and cheer. "How's that for a pig?" Mr. Zuckerman would ask, well pleased with himself. "That pig is radiant." Some of Wilbur's friends in the barn worried. They feared that all this attention would go to Wilbur's head and make him stuck up. But do you know, it never did. Wilbur was modest. Fame did not spoil him. He still worried something about the future. He could hardly believe that a small spider would be able to save his life. Sometimes at night he would have a bad dream. He would dream that men were coming to get him with knives and guns. But that was only a dream. In the daytime, Wilbur usually felt happy and confident. No pig ever had truer friends. And he realized that friendship is one of the most satisfying and important things in the world. Even the song of the crickets did not make Wilbur too sad. He knew that it was almost time for the county fair, and he was looking forward to the trip. If he could distinguish himself at the fair, and maybe win some prize money. He was sure that Zuckerman would let him live. Charlotte had worries of her own, but she kept quiet about them. One morning, Wilbur asked her about the fair. "You're going with me, aren't you, Charlotte?" he said. Well, I don't know," replied Charlotte. "The fair comes at a bad time for me. I shall find it inconvenient to leave home, even for a few days." "Why?" asked Wilbur. "Oh, I just don't feel like leaving my web, that's all. Too much going on around here." "Please, please come with me," begged Wilbur. "I need you, Charlotte. I couldn't stand going to the fair without you. You've just got to come." "No," said Charlotte. "I believe I'd better stay home and see if I can't get some work done." "What kind of work?" asked Wilbur. "Egg-laying. It's time I made an egg sack and filled it with eggs." "I didn't know you could lay eggs," said Wilbur in amazement. "Oh, sure," said the spider. "I'm very versatile." "What does versatile mean? Does it mean full of eggs?" said Wilbur. "Certainly not," said Charlotte. "Versatile means I can turn with ease from one thing to another. It means I don't have to limit my activities to spinning webs and trapping and stunts like that." Well, why don't you come with me to the fairgrounds and lay your eggs there?" pleaded Wilbur. "It would be such wonderful fun." Charlotte gave her web a twitch and moodily watched it sway. "I'm afraid not," she said. "You don't know the first thing about egg-laying, Wilbur. I can't arrange my family duties to suit the management of the county fair. When I get ready to lay eggs, I have to lay eggs, fair or no fair. However, I don't want you to worry about it. You might lose weight. We'll leave it this way. I'll come to the fair if I possibly can." "Oh, good," said Wilbur. "I knew you wouldn't forsake me just when I need you the most." All that day, Wilbur stayed inside, taking life easy in the straw. Charlotte rested and ate a grasshopper. She knew that she couldn't help Wilbur much longer. In a few days, she would have to drop everything and build the beautiful little sack that would hold her eggs. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow for chapter 16. Good night, everybody.